Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today behind me I have arguably one of the most exciting refreshed 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz trim levels, the XRT, and the XRT exclusive Canyon Red exterior. So as many of you guys probably know by now, the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz went through a mid-cycle refresh just like that of the Hyundai Tucson, and with it came some updated design language on the exterior, new wheel designs across the board, new interior layout and technology and feature set, bringing back the physical hard touch buttons in both vehicles, as well as a few new features on the Limited as well as the XRT as seen behind me. Now, if you want to know everything that did change across the board, make sure to check out the dedicated changes video I have here on the channel where I go trim by trim, telling you exactly the features options that are changing, as well as that updated pricing information. Now, the XRT seen behind me actually goes one step further than that of the regular Santa Cruz lineup, in that Hyundai added additional capability and functional features on this vehicle just to make it a little bit more off-road capable. So with it comes all-terrain tires from the factory, front recovery points, as well as revised front and rear fascias for just a little bit different approach, breakover, and departure angles from that of the regular, normal Santa Cruz. Now, this one is finished in the XRT exclusive Canyon Red exterior, which looks absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait to show you guys around this vehicle in person and some of the, cosmetic as well as functional enhancements they did make for 2025. And lastly, one other thing I do want to mention is make sure you guys stay tuned and subscribe here on the channel, because Hyundai will be loaning me a 2025 Santa Cruz XRT next week for a one-week review. So I'm very excited to get behind the wheel. I'll even have a chance to road trip this vehicle to Chicago and back. So there's going to be a lot of content coming up on this vehicle, not this exact one, but another XRT next week. So make sure you guys subscribe. And without further ado, let's not waste time and get right into it. So as I mentioned, the Santa Cruz in front of us is finished in the new Canyon Red exterior with the Black H-Tex leatherette on the inside. This is one of two new exterior colors across the entire Santa Cruz lineup, in addition to Rockwood Green, which I have already featured a video on the channel on an SEL, so make sure you guys check that video out if you're curious. But unfortunately, you cannot get this exterior on any other trim level as of me filming this video, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I do applaud Hyundai for adding this color to the lineup. It's definitely a fun, bright color, and every XRT also only comes with the Black H-Tex on the inside, so you cannot get gray, you cannot get the two-tone option from the Limited. It's only going to be basically this interior with a few different exterior colors. Now, coming to the front end of every 2025, you will find that new design language, as I was mentioning, across the entire lineup, which means new LED daytime running lights that are illuminated right there, LED turn signals and projector headlights a little bit farther down in that separate housing. And the XRT is interesting because it kind of blends the Limited dark chrome accents with some satin black grille elements that you will find up here near the flat Hyundai logo that obviously blends in because it is blacked out as well. But overall it is a very interesting and unique trim level, and you will find the 360 surround view camera system now on the XRT that was previously not available, in addition to these exclusive front recovery points, which Hyundai says are functional. So I assume these are going to be tied into the frame and or chassis somewhere behind the front bumper. So I would highly encourage you guys to get an XRT if you plan to take this vehicle off-road, due to some of the additional, functional elements, including these front recovery points and of course the all-terrain tires, which we will go ahead and take a look at. Now, coming around to the side of the vehicle, the XRT has the wider body cladding that was, is not available from the factory on any other trim level. And, you can see it sticks out just a little bit from the front bumper here in this reflector portion. So it's just a hair wider. It's not substantially wider than that of every Santa Cruz, but obviously does provide a little bit of additional protection from debris or rocks flying up on the side of the vehicle. Still has the textured triangles with the little Santa Cruz Easter egg at the top portion. And, overall, that is going to be a carryover design element. Now, what's not a carryover design is going to be the wheel and tire setup. So this is going to be a same 18-inch alloy wheel, XRT exclusive design with satin black with the machine front face. And you can see the beadlock capable kind of design. It is not a beadlock capable wheel, but it kind of mimics that of a beadlock wheel. And then you will find the new 245/60 18-inch Continental Terrain Contact AT all-terrain tire. So you can see this is a fairly aggressive and beefy tire for Hyundai to be installing from the factory on any of their vehicles. I think they are going to start leaning into the XRT brand on the models which offer it just a little bit more over the next several years. So make sure you guys stay on the lookout for that. But pretty cool for Hyundai to install those from the factory. Coming up to the mirror caps, you do have a satin black mirror, LED turn signal integration, camera on the bottom for the 360 camera system. They are going to be heated and do feature blind spot detection as standard. Now the door handles are going to be finished in the exact same satin black. It is going to be the updated design with Hyundai Digital Key 2.0 Touch. So it's not the premium type, but it is the Touch. Supports iOS and Android compatible devices. And then backing up here on the side profile, you can see some of the other XRT exclusive bits, including the cladding down there on both of these side doors that says Santa Cruz on the bottom. And of course the matte black plastic trim contrasting very nicely against this canyon red exterior. Now one big change for 2025 is the deletion of the power sunroof. So this trim no longer comes with a power sunroof like it did in 2024. If you want that, you have to get an SEL Activity or a Limited. And then you have the satin black roof rails, which are going to be a carryover, but gone are the bed accessory rails that were found on 2024 models. So if you like those, they might still be available as an additional accessory, but they do not come pre-installed on this vehicle. Now coming out back, you will find some more XRT exclusive cosmetic design, but you do have LED running lights, incandescent brake lights, turn signals up top with your incandescent reverse lights a little bit farther down on the XRT exclusive rear bumper. So coming to this bumper, the side step is still here. It's a little bit tweaked in design over here. Dark chrome accents on both the left and right hand side. And there you can see you do have some of the 7-pin trailer pre-wiring behind the bumper. If you want to add the trailering hitch for this vehicle, can tow up to 5,000 pounds when properly equipped. XRC badging here on the left side, Santa Cruz stamped into the tailgate, as well as dark chrome Hyundai logo, backup camera, power release tailgate for the easy lift lower or dampen tailgate, and then your H-Track 2.5T badge because this vehicle is equipped with all-wheel drive as standard, as well as the turbocharged engine with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission. Now we will get into the bed and some of the other new amenities back there in a little bit, but let me know what you guys think of the exterior here on the XRT in this canyon red or more orangey exterior, honestly. But let's go and take a quick look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped before jumping onto the interior. So take a look at the window sticker. The XRT is one of the 2 trim levels on the lineup that actually go down in price from an equivalent 2024. The SEL Activity as well as the XRT go down about $100 versus the equivalent 24, while gaining additional equipment that they did not have previously. So like I said, you get the 360 camera system, you get some of the XRT enhancements with the all-terrain tires, front tow hooks, etc. This one has, of course, the CCNC navigation system, so it has wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Digital Key 2, BlueLink Plus, etc. This one does have a few additional accessories, and Canyon Red is an extra cost paint color, which brings the total price, including destination, to $42,534. So take a look on the interior. As I was mentioning, every XRT only comes with the Black H-Tex as seen here. You cannot get gray, you cannot get the two-tone offering, and there are going to be a couple very small XRT exclusive embossments. Now starting out here on the door panel, this is going to be the upgraded door panel design found in the SEL Activity package or higher, which means slightly more soft touch throughout, soft touch upper section, kind of faux accent stitching with the cloth insert, nicer leatherette padded armrest in this portion with genuine stitching, and it just feels much more premium with the gloss black accents around the revised window switchgear. Now both front windows are going to be automatic up down, power, mirrors and locks. There's your silver accented door handle pull, good amount of lower door storage, and this one just has the regular 6-speaker audio system. If you want the premium audio, of course you have to go to the top limited. Now coming over here to the driver's seat, power driver's seat with 2-way lumbar. There's going to be the Black H-Tex material, which is very nice, very soft with the perforations. And the XRT does add the embossment on both of the front seats, as you can see right there, which is just another small design cosmetic bit that Hyundai has tweaked for 2025. And then coming to the bigger change is the front dashboard with the updated technology. So immediately taking a look on the interior, you're going to find a very similar design language and technology across every single Santa Cruz and or Tucson for 2025, with just a few small tweaks depending on the trim level. So in front of the driver, you're going to find the nicer 12.3-inch fully digital and partially configurable gauge cluster that is controlled here on the left side of the steering wheel. Now this is found on the SEL Activity package or higher, but essentially adds some customization that you can do with the themes as well as the cluster design. You can have it mimic analog gauges here if you wish, which I have it currently set to, but you can do fully digital readouts, etc. that can be done through the actual infotainment system. So in the middle, you have your trip information, odometer, current speed limit on the road you're traveling, your tire pressure, as well as your power distribution via the H-Track all-wheel drive. Pressing the button, you can put your built-in navigation up here, and then finally you have your safety systems, which gives you a little bit more information about currently what is going on the vehicle. Now in front of the driver, you can see here is the forward attention monitor system. This is an XRT or limited feature. It essentially matches your face or eyes while you're using the vehicle and operating it to make sure you are paying attention while using most of the driver assistance technologies. And this vehicle does feature Smart Cruise Control 2, which has emergency stop functions. So if it senses you're, incapacitated or, unresponsive, it can slow and or stop the vehicle to prevent you, hopefully from crashing it and, getting help from others. Steering wheel is going to be leather wrapped. It is the new 3-spoke design that we've been seeing rolling out across pretty much every refreshed or new Hyundai product. Little chrome trim at the bottom. On the left side, you have your Smart Cruise Control 2 and lane keeping assist buttons. On the right side, you have your audio multimedia. And on the back side, you have the paddle shifters for the 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist. This vehicle does have regular intermittent wipers. And then to the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge dimming, LED bed lighting, traction control off, as well as a tow haul mode, which is a new feature for 2025 on the 2.5 liter turbocharged Santa Cruz models that can tow up to 5,000 pounds. And you can program this button based on, very kind of rough weight estimates on the infotainment system, which I can show you guys here in a second. AC vents are located a little bit lower in the dash versus 24. You have a little magnetic cloth pad on the side of the gauge cluster. And then coming over here to the infotainment system, it is the 12.3 CCNC navigation system, which means it has built-in navigation as well as wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs, and of course BlueLink Plus, which is free for the lifetime of the first owner. And like I said, you can do a little bit of additional customization for the gauge cluster on here. If you do wish, you can go to theme selection, choose between 3 different themes, which it changes right there, which is part of the upgraded cluster that I personally like. You have the different graphic styles. You can link it to the drive mode if you do wish. Now, as I was mentioning, you can also do the trailering mode. So if we go into here, drive mode, you can do the tow mode and choose between 3 rough weights. I'm not exactly sure what these weights are, but I assume heavyweight might be the maximum, medium might be in the middle, and then light might be, 2,000 pounds or something like that. And that is part of that new tow haul button to the left of the column. Now below that, you have AC vents and all the new revised shortcut buttons, physical volume and tune knobs, and the HVAC controls for every single 2025 Santa Cruz. Small touchscreen display in the middle that features your heated seat button. This vehicle unfortunately does not have ventilated seats. And then just below that, you have 2 USB-C charge ports for data and charge or charge only. 12-volt outlet, wireless charging pad, as well as Hyundai digital keypad in that area. And then you do have your physical shifter that is carried over from previous model years of the Santa Cruz. This vehicle does not get shift by wire on the column, so it only comes here with the physical shifter. Gloss black trim around that, 2 decently sized cup holders. There is the new proximity key fob, which, I'm sure a lot of people out there don't love, but it has built-in remote start and all of the usual stuff. It still does feature the tailgate release. Somebody did ask me about that. It's actually on the side of the key fob, so you can lower the tailgate from the actual key fob, as well as, from the back of the vehicle. Center differential lock, automatic vehicle hold, electronic parking brake, rear backup camera, hill descent control. There's a look at the backup camera. As I was mentioning, it does feature the 360 camera system, which I think is a huge upgrade. If you're doing off-road, want to see the front end, you can do that with these pretty high-resolution cameras, so I applaud Hyundai for that, and it does add the kind of augmented reality. Would be cool if it matched the exterior color, but unfortunately this one does not. And then you do have your drive mode selection in the middle, so it featured normal, sport, smart, and snow drive modes, which, like I said, do change the cluster, theme and overall look. And then this portion right here is no longer used in any Santa Cruz or Tucson. Soft touch padded armrest. Inside you will find additional storage space as well as a small removable cubby. Up top, black headliner, textured in design. You have vanity illumination. It is not LED like the Tucson. Manual dimming, interior rearview mirror, BlueLink SOS, passenger airbag, status indicator, but you do have overhead dome and map lights, which are LED, so a little bit interesting design there. And then, as I was mentioning, no power sunroof anymore in the XRT, which is, removed or different from 24s. It does make the interior feel a little bit more, darker and smaller inside, but again, that is just something that they did change. So that's a quick look here at the front seat. Let's go and take a look out back. Now, coming to the back seat of the XRT, most of the materials will follow through from the front, including here on the door panel. This is going to be hard touch upper, but the rest of the door panel, including the cloth and the nicer padded armrests, do carry over. Cup holder is going to be found on the door and no lower door storage. Seating materials are going to be identical as the front as well. And then step in height is going to be pretty easy given the door opening and the ride height of the vehicle. There's a quick look at the front dashboard. Out back, we do have AC vents as well as 2 USB-C charge ports. Only one mat pocket on the passenger side, nothing here on the driver's side. But the seats do feature a new center armrest with 2 cup holders on every single Santa Cruz. So that is a welcome change. Do have the manual rear sliding window with defroster. There's your third headrest. Overhead LED illumination. Grab handles on all 4 doors, and I think comfort in the backseat really isn't all that bad. I have at least 3 inches of legroom behind my rough driving position. I'm 5'9". The cushioning on the seats are pretty good with the H-Tex, better than that of the cloth, and headroom obviously isn't going to be an issue with at least 2 to 3 inches of headroom. So really comfort's not a big deal. And then beneath the seats, you do still have the 60/40 split folding design, so you can pull this tab, locks into place, and then you have a good amount of underfloor storage, which normally, in this size of vehicle is obviously going to be pretty helpful, but not all trucks or SUVs have that function. Now coming out back, like I said, you do have the power release damped tailgate, and then you will find the 4-foot composite bed with the integrated tonneau cover that's found on the SEL activity package or higher. Now this is the roof crossbar accessory that's not installed on the vehicle, but there you can see the composite bed. It does feature a new LED bed light button here in the back, so you can turn these lights on and off with simply a press of the button, and that turns on all the exterior lights here in the bed, which is going to be 3 lights. You have the 115-volt wall outlet over here on the right side. Bed rails are going to be here, which are adjustable. Nice feature to have on the XRT. And then beneath the floor, you have the integrated underfloor storage, what the Santa Cruz is known for. Drain plug down there, so you can drain out ice or any liquids that may gather inside of this. And overall, I think this is a pretty useful bed size for the occasional use. Obviously, you can see the crossbars take up nearly the entire bed, so that is a good measuring tool right there. And then the tonneau cover, obviously takes up a little bit of the front bed as well. And then coming here to the passenger front seat, materials are going to be the same as the driver's side. Now, unfortunately, you do not get the power seat on the passenger side unless you go for a limited, so just a 4-way manual design, no height adjustment. There's going to be a look at the updated dashboard with the new storage cubby. Damped glove box, no illumination inside. But yeah, that's a look here at the XRT. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then go ahead and wrap up this video. So under the hood of every XRT and Limited, you're going to find the same 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. Now this puts out 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque through all 4 wheels via Hyundai's H-Track all-wheel drive system. Now, I know there's been some comments out there on my videos and obviously other videos as well as to whether or not you want this powertrain or drivetrain. Now this is the only way to get the XRT as well as the Limited and many features and options on the Santa Cruz. But Hyundai of course does offer the standard 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder on the SEL activity package, or those lower trims with the 8-speed torque converted automatic. So let's go do it here for this quick tour of the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz XRT. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and or found something helpful. As always, if you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you guys think of the Canyon Red and or changes that they made for the 25 model year Hyundai Santa Cruz. Now, like I said, make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned because I will have a week with a 2025 Santa Cruz XRT just next week as of me posting this video. I will be taking it on a several 100-mile road trip and should get a very good feel for how I enjoy this vehicle with the changes that they made for 25, the all-terrain tires, some of that. So make sure you guys, like I said, there will be additional content coming on this exact trim level. So I am very excited for that. And leave any questions or things you want to know about it down in the comment section of this video, and I will make sure to answer those in those additional videos moving forward. But I just wish maybe you could get some of the other features and options without having to go to the turbocharged engine. But again, those are all things that Hyundai decide to make for this model year, and I think you really can't go wrong with a $100 lower price tag, which, all things considered, you're getting more equipment minus the sunroof at a lower price tag. So I think it's a win-win for the most part, but obviously I will get to spend a little bit more time next week and gather my full comprehensive thoughts. So leave your comments and feedback down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I appreciate the continued support here on the channel. If you guys want to support me a little bit further, consider becoming a channel member to get early access to the majority of the content I am putting out on the channel, as well as use the Amazon affiliate link down in the description of every single video where I get a very small referral bonus just by you guys clicking that link and shopping on Amazon. But anyways, I appreciate you guys just watching these videos and hope to see you guys in the next one.